Sweden has long been known for its innovations in military technology, despite its neutral stance and relatively modest defense budget. The AT-4 and Carl Gustaf recoilless rifles, both developed by Saab Bofors Dynamics, stand out as premier examples of Swedish engineering in the anti-armor field. These two systems have proven indispensable on the battlefield, from their introduction in the late 20th century to their widespread use in modern conflicts, including the ongoing war in Ukraine. The AT-4 was first introduced in the 1980s as a lightweight, disposable anti-tank weapon. Its portability and simplicity made it ideal for infantry units that needed a quick, one-shot system to take out enemy armor without being bogged down by heavier, more complex equipment. Over the decades, the AT-4 has been utilized by military forces around the world, including in the U.S. Army, where it has been employed in conflicts such as the Gulf War, the Iraq War, and more recently in Afghanistan. Its versatility comes from the range of ammunition types it can fire, from high-explosive anti-tank, heat rounds, capable of penetrating up to 420 millimeters of rolled homogeneous armor, to anti-structure variants designed for urban warfare, allowing troops to breach buildings and fortifications. The AT-4 Confined Space, CS variant, is a specially designed version of the standard AT-4 that addresses a key challenge of using anti-tank weapons in urban or enclosed environments. Traditional anti-tank weapons generate a significant backblast when fired, which can be dangerous to the operator and nearby personnel, especially in tight spaces such as buildings, bunkers, or other confined areas. This backblast is the result of propellant gases being vented out of the rear of the weapon to counterbalance the forward force of the projectile, which helps reduce recoil but can pose a safety risk. The AT-4 CS variant mitigates this issue by using countermass technology, which employs materials that absorb the backblast and dissipate the pressure wave. This makes the weapon much safer to use in confined spaces, where the standard version's backblast could cause injuries or structural damage. As urban warfare becomes increasingly common, particularly in modern conflicts like the ongoing war in Ukraine, this feature has proven invaluable. In the context of the Ukrainian conflict, where intense urban combat has been a central element of the fighting, the AT-4CS has been crucial. Ukrainian forces have found themselves in numerous situations where they are defending cities, towns, and other densely built-up areas from Russian advances. The ability to safely deploy the AT-4 in these environments has allowed them to effectively counter Russian armored vehicles, including modern tanks like the T-90M, which is one of Russia's most advanced armored vehicles. The T-90M is equipped with reactive armor and sophisticated countermeasures, but the AT-4's shaped-charge warhead has demonstrated its continued relevance and effectiveness against these types of targets. The use of the AT-4CS in Ukraine illustrates the adaptability of the weapon system. Even though the AT-4 was initially developed in the early 1980s, its constant upgrades, including the confined space variant, have ensured its relevance in modern warfare. The success of the AT-4 in Ukraine not only highlights its effectiveness, but also underscores the importance of continually updating and refining military technologies to meet the evolving challenges of the battlefield. The AT-4 is also notable for its role in popular culture, having appeared in films such as Terminator Salvation, where John Connor used it to destroy a hunter-killer drone. Despite its relatively low profile compared to more well-known systems like the RPG-7 or the American Javelin, the AT-4 has carved out a niche for itself as a reliable, easy-to-use, and effective anti-tank system. The weapon's smoothbore, recoilless design, along with its fiberglass-wrapped launch tube, makes it incredibly lightweight while still packing a significant punch. The weapon's ability to fire various types of rounds, including high-explosive anti-personnel rounds and specialized anti-structure warheads, has made it indispensable in a variety of combat scenarios. Its effectiveness in Ukraine has demonstrated that even older technology can remain relevant in modern warfare when properly employed. The U.S. Department of Defense has recognized this, finalizing deals with Saab to continue supplying AT-4 systems to American forces. The Carl Gustaf recoilless rifle, by contrast, is a reusable, multi-role weapon system that has been in service since the late 1940s. Initially developed as an anti-tank weapon, it has evolved into one of the most versatile and widely used recoilless rifles in the world. The Carl Gustaf has seen action in a variety of conflicts, from the Congo crisis in the 1960s to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. One of the key reasons for its continued success is its ability to fire a wide range of ammunition, including high-explosive anti-tank heat rounds, flechette rounds for anti-personnel use, and even illumination rounds for marking enemy positions or providing light during night operations. The M3 and M4 variants of the Carl Gustaf have reduced the system's weight significantly, making it easier for infantry units to carry and operate in the field. The M4, introduced in recent years, includes modern features such as a red dot sight, a shot counter, and a shorter overall length, making it more ergonomic and easier to maneuver in urban environments. The Carl Gustaf's recoilless firing system, which vents propellant gases out the rear of the weapon to reduce recoil, makes it more comfortable to fire than other heavy weaponry, while still maintaining a high degree of accuracy. This is particularly useful in situations where quick, accurate fire is needed, such as when engaging enemy armor or fortifications in urban combat. In recent years, the Carl Gustaf has proven its worth in the war in Ukraine, where it has been used to great effect against Russian forces. Ukrainian troops have praised the weapon's versatility, noting its ability to engage both armored vehicles and entrenched enemy positions. One particularly notable instance involved the destruction of a Russian T-90M tank, one of the most advanced in Moscow's arsenal, using a Carl Gustaf. This feat highlights the weapon's continued relevance in modern warfare, even against the latest armored technology. The Carl Gustaf's ability to fire airburst rounds, which detonate above enemy positions, makes it particularly effective in countering entrenched forces and fortifications, a common challenge in the urban and rural battlefields of Ukraine. Both the AT-4 and Carl Gustaf have benefited from continuous upgrades and improvements over the years, ensuring their continued relevance on the battlefield. Saab's commitment to refining these systems has led to the development of new warheads and variants tailored to meet the needs of modern military forces. The AT-4, for example, now includes an anti-structure munition, ASM variant, designed for urban warfare, which allows soldiers to breach buildings and neutralize enemies inside without needing to destroy the entire structure. This variant was demonstrated at the Karlskoga firing range, where its keyhole round was shown to penetrate a building's exterior before detonating inside, making it an ideal tool for urban combat. Similarly, the Carl Gustaf's M4 variant is lighter, more ergonomic, and includes modern features like a red dot sight and shot counter, making it easier for soldiers to operate in high-stress environments. The success of both the AT-4 and Carl Gustaf in recent conflicts, particularly in Ukraine, has highlighted the importance of versatile, portable anti-armor systems in modern warfare. As military forces around the world continue to invest in high-tech solutions for battlefield challenges, these Swedish-designed weapons remain at the forefront of anti-armor technology. Their ability to adapt to the changing needs of modern warfare, from urban combat to open field engagements, has made them indispensable tools for infantry units. Despite their age, both the AT-4 and Carl Gustaf continue to demonstrate their effectiveness on the battlefield, proving that sometimes tried-and-true technology can still outperform the latest cutting-edge systems. Sweden's contributions to global military technology, particularly in the realm of anti-armor weapons, have solidified its place as a key player in the defense industry. As the demand for portable, versatile anti-armor systems continues to grow, both the AT-4 and Carl Gustaf are likely to remain in service for many years to come. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine has underscored the effectiveness of these Swedish-designed weapons. Ukrainian forces have reported great success using the AT-4 and Carl Gustaf against Russian armored vehicles, including some of the most advanced tanks in Moscow's arsenal, such as the T-90M. These weapons have proven effective not only in traditional anti-tank roles, but also in urban warfare, where their ability to engage enemies in fortified positions has been crucial. This adaptability highlights the foresight of Swedish engineers who designed these systems to perform well in a variety of combat environments. Sweden's investment in military technology, particularly the development of the AT-4 and Carl Gustaf, has paid off in a big way. Despite its smaller military budget, Sweden has managed to create some of the most effective and widely used anti-armor weapons in the world. These systems have proven their worth in numerous conflicts, from the Cold War to modern engagements like the war in Ukraine. Their versatility, ease of use, and ability to be upgraded and refined over time have ensured their continued relevance on the battlefield. As warfare continues to evolve, these Swedish-designed weapons will likely remain key components of military arsenals worldwide. Make sure to subscribe and share this video to stay updated on the latest in defense technology.